ISO record. Now I see.
ISO record.
All right. ISO record. ISO record.
Yeah, we did this before. ISO record. Yeah.
I don't remember that. Okay.
I think it was episode 2.
I don't remember. Okay, cool. I'll go with that. All right. So 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
So refreshing. Sour black cherry ghost all the way.
Do you know what episode we're on now?
I believe it's 5.
6.
I believe it's 6.
It's the 6. I can't believe it myself. I was looking at the notes because we're still doing some of the editing. I was like, today's number 6. Yeah.
You have to resend me the little short clips again because I forgot to download it and check them out.
I'll have to do that.
Or honestly, you can just go ahead and just upload them. It's totally fine.
Well, we got like 40 per episode, so I got to send you the new ones because I'm still editing episode 4 and 5, and we're going to have 6, which is what?
We are talking about the movie Prey. I'll go over the short overview on this. Actually, yeah, I'll go over it right now. So, Prey is a 2022 American science fiction film in the Predator franchise. It serves as a prequel to the previous films, set in the northern Great Plains in 1970, or I'm being dyslexic today, folks. 1719, that's the year. The film is directed by Dan Trachtenberg. It's written by Patrick Allison. It stars Amber Midthunder, Dakota Beavers, Dane DeLago, Michelle Thirst, Stormley Kipp, Julian Black, and Antelope, Bennett Taylor. The story revolves around a young Comanche woman, Naru, who is striving to prove herself as a hunter. She finds herself having to protect her people from a vicious humanoid alien that hunts humans for sport, as well as the French fur traders who are destroying the buffalo who rely on for survival.
For the good old trade.
Mm-hmm. Let me go over that again because I was not ready.
One thing real quick, guys. As you're watching, we have probably the worst rainy season, so you might catch some of the audio is going to be hitting a metal roof the place we're in. And also, we're not in our normal, we're in the normal space, but not in the normal setup. So there might be a little bit of audio issues, but we're going to have fun with it.
We'll be fine with that. I would like to open this episode up with story time.
Story time.
We just did a red carpet premiere for a new movie. How was the red carpet for you?
Stressful because, I was working it almost the whole time.
Yeah. Don't work it anymore.
I'm not going to.
Just participate.
I'm going to next time just be me, my +1, and my boys. That's it.
I will say this now. It's very interesting because I've done 2 red carpets with you. One where I'm starring in the film.
Yep.
So I'm enjoying it, but I'm still like kind of working.
Yeah.
And then this time, I'm solely just enjoying. Yeah, and it was definitely interesting.
It was a different. For me, it was also seeing the edit for the first time. As weird as that sounds, it's true. So I was a little shocked at some spots. Some scenes I know that I really like got cut. But that was more of a producer's call. That's the bad thing about sometimes producers sometimes get last call. Usually, a lot of the times directors do not get the final cut. But I liked it overall. There were some things that I wish they would have done a little different. But for the most part, I was happy with it.
I'm sorry about that, buddy.
Oh, it's nothing to be sorry about. I'm glad. As long as, here's the thing about me. As long as the producer's happy, I don't care.
That makes sense.
If I hated it the whole time, I'd probably be like fighting for that final cut. But no, it was, the ending came out really good. There were some things that I saw in it that I wish I might try to get a director's cut one day, just for myself.
Yeah, I mean, there were some good bits in it.
Oh yeah,
some very good cinematic bits, some good scenes.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. I mean, like I said, overall, I really liked it.
Yeah. Well, I was mainly talking about the premiere itself, not just the film, But
that was fun. I've been kind of part of the setup and stuff for years. So I think this one ran smoother than any of the ones before because I came in knowing, kind of coordinating it. So there was a few little hiccups that kind of got through on me last minute, but for the most part, it shuffled through, and then we had a proposal.
Yeah, we did have a
in
proposal,
the middle
folks.
of it. Yeah.
Yep. That was interesting.
Yeah. And we was trying to keep that a secret. A buddy of mine,
you did it really well.
Yeah. Even when he put it on Facebook from somebody filming from one of the camera phones, when the banner dropped for her.
Yeah.
It surprised the hell out. I thought I was looking at the top at first.
You were dropping it. Okay.
I was originally dropping it, and then she was so close to the banner. I was like, "We can't drop it. It's going to hit her on the shoulder, and it wouldn't hurt her, but it's going to surprise her."
Yeah.
So I jumped down and I said to Mackenzie, and I forgot who else was up there. I said, "You give me 1 second. When I give you the go, it means she's pushed so far ahead." I was looking at Leah trying to get him, and she managed to just get that little shift, and I think Jen moved at the right moment. I cued it. That thing dropped down, and everything else just worked out so good.
It did.
It did.
Yeah.
I was nervous about that, but it worked. That was one of the things I was really trying to make happen, and it happened. And it happened.
It happened. Well, I mean, you always see people doing proposals at like other weddings, which is kind of weird, or like, baseball games, that like any kind of sporting event. Now, definitely weird.
Yeah.
But now we have seen one at a red carpet. So that's interesting.
I've seen one at an after party, and I was actually part of that.
I remember that. Yeah.
You was there too, I think.
Yeah. I was there for that.
And that was kind of surprising because I knew about it 30 minutes before the red carpet started, and I was told, "Hey, make sure at a certain point when I give you the look, you get some cameras going." So we had the cameras ready. And in both times, I was so glad. Both the red carpet and an after party years ago, the answer was yes.
Yeah, that would have been super awkward if it was no.
Yeah. Eric was pretty sure. He was like, I wouldn't have done this to embarrass myself. I was pretty sure. But,
yeah. Well, that's good. All right. So that was a very good little teaser. Little trailer for our main course, so to speak, or an appetizer if we're going with food analogies. So today, the movie we're talking about is Prey. It is a 2022 American science fiction film in the Predator universe. It serves as a prequel to previous films set in the Great Northern Great Plains of 1719. The film is directed by Dan Trachtenberg, is written by Patrick Ellison. It stars Amber Midthunder, Dakota Beavers, Dane DeLego, Michelle Thirst, Stormy Kipp, Julian Black Antelope, Bennett Taylor. The story revolves around a young Comanche woman, Naro, who's striving to prove herself as a hunter. And then she meets the Predator and stuff ensues. Initial thoughts?
I think we talked about this like a week ago. It's one of the movies I really wanted to see, and I never had time. So again, it's one of these things that since we're doing this kind of show, it gives me opportunities to force myself to watch movies more that I wanted to see that's in a watch list. This is one of the ones I was really wanting to see, like when it first came out, like on Hulu and stuff. And it's just the life was so busy at that time. It just kept getting pushed back. So I loved it. This is one of the few ones I really, really like talking about. I kind of talked to you when we got on the phone one day that I didn't realize it was filmed during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And they had a lot of different issues with the COVID, going through it with COVID. I hated the Predator. That's one thing I didn't like the look of the Predator. That was me. I always liked the original Predator. I know a lot of Yagi. How do you say them? Yagus?
I have no idea. I have not read any of the tie-in books or comics or anything. Okay. So I couldn't tell you.
Yaju. I think that's a Yaju is what their race is called. Yeah.
So I like the look with the mask on, but not with the mask off.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I hate it also as like, the Predators are always very technological advanced. I mean, even he had the 3 bombs that came up, but then he's got this very primitive style laser cannon. It used to be, it's like a cannon to blow you in half.
Yeah.
And now it's these spikes. So maybe it was to hunt for that area. That's what I'm thinking.
I get what you're saying. I'm sort of on the other fence. I liked how, so what they're trying to do is I think they're trying to show the progression of technology.
Okay.
From the 87 film to this one, because this one's 300 years in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we've had firearms for
hundreds of years.
Yeah. No. Like almost 300 years now too. Well, no, we have had firearms for 300 years and they have evolved since then. Mm-hmm. So maybe this is a primitive style projectile weapon. Like they're still using projectiles and then they at some point get to the plasma caster.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
So, but it's also like, it's a Michael Bay thing. It's just a fucking movie, man.
It's just a fucking movie. Maybe it could be. And that's when I was watching it. Yeah. It could be. I mean, the predators themselves, the Yaju, they're hunters. I mean, it's like, like I've met some hunters in my life and they're going, I'm going to go hunt a boar or something with a bow and arrow. And you go, well, you don't want to use a shotgun. And they're like, no, there's more sport in it.
Yeah.
To do that. And I've met a guy, I think you've met Peebo. He'll hunt a bear with a knife. Mm-hmm. It's like, what I kind of thought is maybe that the more,
primitive weapons
was they probably saw Earth. Mm-hmm. I mean, because they've been coming to Earth for probably years. I mean, it's kind of shown that.
I'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
Again, yeah. You just finish your thought.
Oh, well, and that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, just like when he had that shield come up, mm-hmm. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, maybe they was exploring the planet and they're going, to be a real good hunter, let me hunt them not with like a plasma cannon because that's going to be too easy. Mm-hmm. Not let me, some of the stuff like the net, they've always had that net.
Yeah.
That's just what I thought. I was sitting there watching. I just hate, that's the only thing. If it wasn't that and they just kind of came in with the plasma cannons and stuff, mm-hmm. I would have been like, well,
I think the film balances them in a sense. Mm-hmm. Because you're talking about humans with just spears mm-hmm. and bow and arrows. Would they be going up against someone with like what we would consider a modern predator mm-hmm. with the plasma caster, and all that stuff?
All the fun
stuff. It would be not as interesting a movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it would be like watching someone who is a heavyweight boxer who has been undefeated. And he's going up against
a child.
Exactly. And it's just a complete blowout and the undisputed guy wins.
Oh yeah. It'd be
it's
one
not
punch
an interesting.
knockout.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's not probably kill.
Yeah. It's not a very interesting fight.
Yeah.
So they kind of balanced it out a little bit because like they did take away a lot of the tech that the Predators usually have.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm okay with.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And they dumbed it down too. Like he had the nuke almost with the Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. And then when he released the 3, and you saw the top, it was like pop, pop, pop. Mm-hmm. It just did these little like grenade pops, They
weren't even really grenades. If you watch it again, it's more like the Destructo disc from Krillin. Okay. It's more like that. Yeah. Because they are up like about head to chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then emits that laser and just cuts everything in half.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really explode. Because when I watched it.
You just see the.
Yeah. Yeah, you see the lighting effect of the laser just sawing everything in half. Yeah. I didn't really see any bombs, to be honest with you.
But also, when it was dying, I mean, that's kind of like also.
But it was doing the bomb the countdown. It was doing the bomb countdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I did like about that because, it's like modern day, when you hear countdown, like Arnold and them, they knew something was going on.
They knew exactly what
those
that
people,
is,
they played it perfect. Like they didn't know what the countdown was. They had no
Except
clue.
for that one Frenchman. He was just like, I'm thinking this is bad. I'm going to run.
Yeah.
Also, okay. So I'll get into that stuff. All right. So I went over it's produced by John Davis. I went over the starring. Cinematography was John Cutter. Mm-hmm. This man did phenomenal.
Yeah.
Music by Sarah. I'm not even going to say that last name.
We'll put her name here.
We'll put her name in the thing because I can't say it. I'm sorry, guys. The production companies: 20th Century Studios, Davis Entertainment, Lawrence Gordon Productions. Distributed by Hulu. Mm-hmm. Release dates, running time 99 minutes. Languages: English and Comanche. We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
The budget is $65 million. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I thought this is my second favorite Predator movie besides the original.
Okay.
And the reason being is it brings it back down to its roots, what the story is ultimately about, which is not really man versus nature, but it's a story of survivals,
Oh yeah.
it's a take on the Most Dangerous Game.
Yeah.
Which is a story from, I think, like the 1920s about hunting man and stuff like that. So it's a story about survival. And like, even with the original one, like you had these hardcore commando dudes with all these weapons and grenades and stuff.
Really?
And what happens? Yeah. They use it. It does not work. And what do they have to do? They have to resort to primitive survival skills. And that's how you take this thing out. And that's how you take the Predator out in this one.
Yeah. With the most basic of primitive weapons. I mean, when the one dude tried to shoot it and it came back ricocheted.
That was hilarious.
I loved it. I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then it happened. And I was like, okay, I like that.
That was funny. But like, it's a very interesting, fresh take on this because it's sort of like that Deadliest Warriors show that used to be on Spike TV, like who would win in a fight. And when I first saw the trailer on YouTube, like I didn't know what this actually was. I didn't know it was a Predator movie. I'm just watching. I'm like, okay, some Native Americans were they're stalking in some high grass. Okay. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I see that camo shimmer and I go,
it's gonna be
this is gonna be good. Comanches versus Predators. Yeah. Hell yeah, I am down for this.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I really like about it is it brings it back to its base premise, which is what the original movie was.
It was.
It wasn't multiple plots like this is going on. There aren't any twists really going on. It's a very simple story.
Oh yeah.
Comparatively to all the other films.
Yeah, and I like that it also showed this time where the Predators are all, and I might be skipping ahead, but the gun. It makes appearance in Predator 2.
Exactly. Yeah. So what was I going to say about this? So it sort of retcons itself in a way. Because if you watch the Predator, how he's doing everything, he's exploring. He doesn't know anything. Like he sort of seems like this is the first time he's ever been here.
Yeah.
So what I mean by it sort of retcons itself is with like AVP, they've been there for thousands of years, the Aztecs and stuff like that, right? Well, this dude is interacting like he's never been there before. So maybe this is the first time the Predator species has interacted with humans.
It could be.
Yeah.
Or even like when I was watching that, I kept thinking maybe he came from another planet hunting and this was supposed to be like maybe man is alien itself is pretty damn hard to kill. Yeah. So maybe that would be like your last thing of manhood. Because he looked like a younger Predator too. So that's why I was thinking maybe it's a rite of passage. Maybe he came from one planet. Because he almost seemed a little injured in the beginning, like a little bit. Like maybe he came from something that was easy to kill and he got some heads there. Or, I mean, they kind of just dropped him off. They
kind of just dropped him off. Yeah. And like, well, that's the thing is like, they didn't even use drop pods. It was literally like hovered. He got out and then the thing went off.
Yeah. You can see the technology change there. And I like that. That's one thing I did like. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, maybe this is a rite of passage, you know? Maybe,
it's always a rite of passage from my understanding of all these films.
I hate to say it. I want to see a Predator movie where the Predator kills everybody. I mean, every time like Predator 1, Predator 2, they always die. And they're supposed to be the like biggest game predator, you know, the top of the food chain. In a way.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
I want to see man lose.
You are getting ahead in this story. That's our segment later on in about 30, 45 minutes.
Oh, gotcha.
You can tell me about your Predator movie all you want when we get there.
When we get there, it's going to be fun.
So development of the film began during the production of The Predator in 2018 when producer John Davis was approached by Trachtenberg and Allison with a concept that they had been developing since 2016. Filming took place in Calgary in the summer of 2021. Most of the filming was done in English, with some sequences being shot in Comanche and French. Now, what's really cool about this film, and I think it's the first film to do this, is a full Comanche language dub was provided for the film with the entire cast reprising their respective roles. Yep. So I thought that was amazing.
Oh, yeah. I think they did that on the DVD release, was you could get...
it's also on Hulu.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's how I found out. I saw it on Hulu. I didn't watch it with that dub, but like I saw it, which is really sick. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go through the cast, and then we'll go through some plot. So Amber Midthunder as Naru, the young Comanche warrior who protects her tribe against a predator becoming a war leader. This was our our protagonist. Thoughts?
Okay, her. I was a fan of her in Roswell. I watched some behind the scenes stuff. She did all of her own stunts, so that gave me more respect for her. As I mean, I loved her character, honestly. I like that they even played like a little bit of fate, like she saw the Thunderbird or whatever she called it.
Thunderbird.
Yeah. And it kind of became like for her, there's something now I have to go. She thought it would be the tiger, I think, or the panther.
Lion.
Yeah. Mountain lion.
Mountain lion.
Yeah. It's kind of just was showing. I like the symbolism. Like this is a path now you feel like you have to take. And then she, in the end, was the only one that could kill it. You know. I liked everything about her character.
Not the lion.
Not the lion, but I'm saying the predator.
The
ultimate real ultimate top of the food chain.
Well, this is what she chose as her rite of passage was killing this thing. Like there's a line like when they're tied up, the brother's like, "You chose this? Yeah. All right."
I also like that when they was tied up, I don't think it could be killed if it bleeds. It can die
that callback line. That honestly, like, so on the internet, a lot of people is like, "Really, dude? Come on." But honestly, if you're going to do a callback line, that's actually like
it was great.
A great spot to put it.
Yeah, without a doubt. I love that. I mean, I was like, when you hear it don't sound cheesy or anything. Like, okay, I mean, realistically, if it bleeds, it can die.
Yeah.
You know?
And what's really refreshing about this movie is, even though it's a prequel sequel, and they do have callbacks and references, they all feel grounded and not used for just nostalgia for nostalgia. For like that, the sake of that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
overall, I loved her character. What do you feel about it?
So this is, in a sentence, this is the perfect way with how Hollywood should do their female protagonist in all their action films. This is the perfect example.
Yeah.
And the reason being is she's not a Mary Sue. You see her journey. You see her acquiring skills. In the very beginning, she's not the best at everything.
Yeah.
It's not like Rey from Star Wars. You literally, as the film progresses, you see her learning skills and applying those skills. And you even get callback moments in the film to where she actually defeats the thing, right? So she actually gets a hero's journey. And the coolest thing, I think, with her character and even her motivation, it makes the most sense in the world for this character to want to do this. Because in her world, she is supposed to like be home, making the medicine, doing all that stuff. She isn't supposed to be a tomboy.
Yeah.
And for all like girl bosses and all that stuff, where like girl power and for whatever reasons in film, hers was, to me, the most grounded and realistic, and I bought it.
Yeah.
Because her mom's like, essentially, why do you want to do this? Like, you don't have to do this. This is not what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And her response was, because you think I can't.
Yeah.
That line was like, you know what? I'm down.
Yeah.
I am totally down for this female-led protagonist. Like, it works for me.
Oh, I loved it. And one thing I love what they did. They didn't do the cliche trying to find Latino actors or Latinas to put into the place. They literally sought out Indian, American Indian. And I think she's Sioux or she's Cheyenne.
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. I think she might be. I don't think she's Comanche, but she might be.
Again, I'm not entirely sure. It didn't show up in my research.
I do know that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I thought that was great. Like a great hero's journey, as I said, from through the beginning. And again, great representation of the Comanche. And this is also a template of representing different races and cultures properly.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love the bare bones, back to basics, simple plot setting, not too layered, and again, not a whole lot of other subplots are happening.
Yeah.
Which is great. Now, let's move on to Dakota Beavers, who was Tabe, who was Naru's brother.
I like this character. Very strong, went to the very end. I thought he died early on. Especially when that bear attack happened and she was trying to find him. I thought that, she'd come across him like hurt, like the first guy you saw that was attacked by the mountain lion.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be what ended up happening. But you see, he kind of made sure that she got through with her journey.
Mm-hmm.
He was willing to sacrifice himself to make sure that she could obligate what she needed to for what she needed to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm right there with you. What's very interesting about their dynamic, especially when they're fighting this thing, is the predator thinks he's the actual threat.
Yeah.
And he is the threat because he is bigger than his sister. He is, well,
trained
comparatively
better than probably
he's
anybody.
Stronger.
Yeah.
He's more trained. He's more skilled. So obviously it looks like it. But what the predator doesn't put into account is Naru is smart.
Yeah.
And she uses, and that's the thing, is he uses his skill set. She uses her skill set.
Yeah.
And it's again, back to like this woman protagonist. And that in a lot of modern film, the female protagonist, it feels like that she has to be everything. She has to be she has to have a lot of masculine qualities about her. And this film, it doesn't do that. This film does no, this guy's a man and this person is a woman, and they are going to use their specific skill sets and advantages to achieve this.
Yeah.
And what's also cool about him is he's not being like, rah, 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 go back to the kitchen kind of. He actually is like, okay, I get it. Yeah. You want to do this. Well, I will humor you as much as I possibly can.
But he also had those moments like a big brother. Like when he killed the lion, he wanted to make sure everybody knew, in a way, she couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. I had to do it. And he had to carry her home.
Exactly. Well, and that was his thing. It's like, this hunter lifestyle is not for you because I literally had to drag you all the way back to the house.
And also that it was that the thunder, he had to kill what you were supposed to kill for your trial.
And exactly. Yeah. And she didn't accomplish that.
Yeah.
Now, what he does admit to later on in the film when they're tied to the tree is you could have killed that, but for whatever reason, you didn't commit.
Yeah. And
this time in the end, she committed.
Yeah.
But, she also, the sacrifice with her brother, though.
Yeah.
That's why. Mm-hmm. But and that's also what's so cool about this is she's using her smarts to try to outmaneuver this thing while her brother is going in with like just pure brutality. Oh, yeah. And honestly, he almost won that in a way.
He did, especially when he was on the horseback and he came up. I thought that was a fatal blow.
Me too.
I thought that, I knew that as far as the movie was in, I was like, there's going to be some more time. But that was a pretty devastating hit. I think without that hit, she probably wouldn't have won.
I can see that.
Yeah.
My bad. Dead period. All right. We will move on to Dane DeLargo, who was the Predator, but he's actually dubbed Feral Predator. So from now on, I'll just call him Feral, the character. Okay. Shown to wield primitive versions of advanced weapons used by predators in previous feature set films. Naru calls it a Nipsty after a monster in Comanche folklore. All right, we'll go to some production notes. Like I said, they were talking about trying to make this during the previous film. Let's see.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
What did you think of? I want to ask you two scenes.
Okay.
The first one, the dude that's playing dead. I kept thinking, I knew in the back of my mind something's gonna happen. I was like, he's playing dead. He's playing dead. And that's also when she realized, because I think she gave him that thing.
Gave him herbs.
Mm-hmm. And she was like, I can realize now that he can't see you in that way. But I kept thinking, I was like, he's going to step on him. He's going to do something. And sure enough, right when it happened, I was like, and I loved it too. I was like, oh man, the way he got him was quick. So it was like a little snake bite and you just get it real quick.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay. So now we're going to go to the plot.
Okay.
All right. So the year is 1719. In the Great Plains, Naru, a young Comanche woman trained as a healer, dreams of becoming a great warrior like her brother Tabe. After tracking a deer, she witnesses strange lights in the sky, what she believes to be a thunderbird. Mm-hmm. Now, in that sequence, let's talk about the music. Let's talk about the cinematography. What I love is that cinematography and just that wide of her on the cliff.
Yeah.
And the camera pans up. And then you see the title card just scroll on in. And it felt so primitive, so like just cave drawing-esque that I absolutely loved it.
It went back to like the old cinema stuff for me too. And I think it also gave it that old feel while also showing it's a new film. So
yeah,
I like that. Yeah, without a doubt.
All right. But it's actually a dropship for Alien Hunter. Later, a tribal warrior is taken by a cougar or a lion, they said in the film, but that's okay. Yeah. Naru accompanies the search party, which tracks and finds the warrior is Puhai near death. She tends to his wounds and gives him the orange herb, which lowers his body temperature to slow his bleeding, which I thought was a very interesting thing of how to bring down temperature to slow the bleeding or slow blood flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like any big wound.
So while they're doing this, finding large, unusual tracks in a skinned rattlesnake, Naru circles back to Pake, who is also in this group of hunters, and reunites with Tabe. The three set a trap for the cougar, and it kills Pahe. So, with this trap, in this section of the film, she is trying to step up. She's trying to show these people, I can do this too.
Yeah.
Her brother is reluctantly on board, but everyone else is like, no.
Yeah, they didn't believe in her.
They didn't believe in her at all. And it's interesting because how this is set up and staged with the setting is she comes up with a plan, and you're seeing the early stages or seeds of how she's going to be in this film.
Yeah.
So everyone else is very much like, no, we're just going to walk up to this thing, stalk it, come around. She's like, no. Let's be smarter about this.
Yeah.
Let's set bait.
Yeah.
Because that's what a real hunter does, is set bait and just walks around and tries to take it out. So with this tree, because this is the setting of the actual fight in this action sequence, what did you think about it? The lighting, the cinematography?
I'm trying to think about the scene. This is still is this with the lion?
With the lion, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about with the predator.
No, with the lion.
With the lion, when she got spooked with the dude in the tree, because she thought this was her thing. And then he got grabbed.
He got killed.
Yeah. I thought everything was set up good. I thought really what it was going to be is when it was that little moment, I thought that we'd never see the lion, because I thought really, because it kept showing like little aspects of the rabbit running, and then it's up to the rattlesnake getting killed. I kept thinking it's showing that this thing's going after as much of the biggest predators as it can. So I thought it already killed the lion at that point. I thought this would be the first time we saw the predator. When I saw it was the lion, CGI was great on that one. I do want to say that. That and the bear was amazing.
Animal CGI in this film was
killer.
Amazing. Even in the opening sequence with those two deers, I can't tell which one was real and which one was fake.
Or if they were both fake.
Exactly.
I mean, so the setup of that one, I thought she's going to, because she gets to the back, and I thought my it's like my first time seeing it too. I thought she's going to kill it, and she thought she's achieved what she needed to achieve. And then there's this bigger thing coming, but she didn't. She fell. And then she wakes up, in the teepee, and she realizes her brother had to carry her back.
Yeah.
I love that because it showed this strong character trying to be very strong, and then this brother character coming in showing a weakness for her.
Yeah.
That's what I thought about it. What'd you think?
So it's great tension building.
Oh yeah, without doubt.
Because you're going into this, it's pitch black. You're thinking the predator's going to get them right then and there.
Yeah.
But no, you do see the skinned rattlesnake, and she's like, "What is this? What's going on?" Then she sees the weird track, his footprints, and she's already thinking. She's already trying to
because she keeps telling them this is not something we've ever seen.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's big.
And then they get up to the hill, and they check out that tree, like I already said. And she's like, no, we're going to do it this way. And her brother, reluctant, is like, yeah, let's actually do it this way. She does know what she's doing, but she also kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very interesting. It's great tension building because she's up on this tree with the other guy, and he's just being a dick to her.
Oh, yeah. And he's been antagonizing her the whole time.
The whole time. And she's sitting up there, she's checking, and all of a sudden he gets taken, and she pulls out her bow, and she's ready to take the shot, but she can't take the shot because that other tree is blocking her view.
Yeah.
And then the thing pops up there. Now, movies, you would just go ahead and just do it, right? But like, you got to think about it. This is what she's wanting to do, but she's still scared.
But yeah, very.
Yeah. And
She
so
came across something that's huge,
Mhm.
and she didn't expect, I don't think, it to be as big as it was.
Yeah. And it's really great showing a character through their journey. Like, she hasn't, like, how can I put this?
She don't have the confidence
She
yet.
doesn't have the confidence yet,
Yeah.
but she's getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first thing, like, right when you was thinking about what to say, I was like, at the end, she's got all the confidence. She just took out the biggest thing in the, probably that anybody would ever face.
Mhm.
And you do see this non-confidence and this growing this confidence. And you see it there the whole time. I think
Yeah.
her big moment.
Well, it's like her, this is her in this tree. This is the thing. I think she thought this was going to be hard,
Mhm.
but it would be easier
Than she thought it would.
than she thought it would. And then she's actually doing the thing and she goes, oh no, this is actually hard. Oh no, I can actually be killed. Oh no, where's my brother? I'm all alone.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if I can do this, because she keeps backing up and backing up. And I get it. Like, you want to back up because you want the lion to jump. And so with the spear, you can just leverage with it.
Yeah.
And she hit that little bump on the tree branch because she didn't think about it or even see it.
Yeah.
And that's when she fell and bumped her head. But also, when the thing lunged at him, her brother showed up off camera and shot it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think for that moment, too, it seems like they go out in a group. It's kind of like one person is supposed to make the kill, but it seems like, and I may be wrong, but if you're going out in a group, it's kind of like maybe some of them was supposed to be support to try to get it in. You know, like sometimes with hunting,
they were trying to like box it in or something. Yeah, I can.
And I
I'll
think
go
she
with that.
realized at the top she's by herself, and that fear kicked in. Like, is my brother already killed?
Mhm.
It just got this guy. So and you see the fear in her. And one thing about that Amber Midthunder
Mhm.
is in her facial expressions. I think that's my favorite thing of her acting. She shows fear, she shows happiness, and I saw that through like Roswell and stuff. She's a very when she could portray.
She's
for her
very
face
emotionally literate.
yeah, with her
And
face.
she can show it with her face.
Yeah, I think that's hard for some actors to do. So for her, it's like you can see the fear when she's confident. You can see the confidence. So I thought, I mean, that's one thing I'm glad they chose her as that character.
Same. All right. Next section of this film. She is knocked down unconscious and distracted by a loud roar and lights in the distance.
Yeah.
She awakens at home, being carried back by her brother. He returns to the village carrying the animal, earning the title War Chief. Convinced of a greater threat in the woods, she departs with her dog. She stumbles upon a bog pit and narrowly escapes before being attacked by a grizzly bear. So, in this section of the film,
My favorite scene. I'm not gonna lie.
I loved her training stuff and acquiring skills, and like as much as of a gag, this tomahawk with a rope on it is.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's
in a way.
brilliant, but it also, like, especially when we get to the fur camp, it's definitely very CGI and just not believable, and you just kind of have to go with it,
Yeah.
at least in that particular situation.
Yeah,
And honestly, I am with the fact that she would not be that good with it
or that
quickly.
Yeah, that would take like. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, man, because when we get to that segment, I want it to be Japanese. I mean, feudal Japan. When we get to that segment,
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like, you know, she's not great with a tomahawk, but then she puts it on a rope, and all of a sudden she's like 40 years training with this thing. I was like, yeah, okay.
I'll give it.
I'll give it to her. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I just didn't like about that.
But see, this is the thing, at least about this opening first act
Yeah.
and into the second act, which is what I'm going to say, is you're in a whole new world. And honestly, if this world did not have a predator in it at all, I was still captivated from the music,
Oh, yeah.
the cinematography, the acting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm having a great time just watching her track this animal.
Yeah. And one thing, like when you're saying that, one thing I love about this film, and for me it was, okay, you see your mid-boss, like in a game. You got your mid-boss, which is our lion. Then you get to this bear. And I mean, a bear's a beast to kill anyway. And then she can't get, you know, her string pops.
Yeah.
And then you see in-game boss shows up. And not just that, you see how strong it is. I mean, it's picking up like that bear's easy 800 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
And he's picking that sucker up and gutting it. And then you see the strength of this predator, and you're going, okay, in-game bosses here.
Mm-hmm.
And you already know, kind of, since it's a movie, what's going to happen. But it's, for me, it played great to the journey. You've got your first kind of act in a way, and then you get to the second, and then you got your main, entree. Now you've got this thing, and it's following you at that point. After that, it's coming to get you all. You know.
So, what did you think about? Just to get away from her for a second, let's get to Farrell. So his escalation of trophies, in a sense. So he goes from the rattlesnake, then he goes to the wolf.
Yep.
And then, yes, he does go to the grizzly bear.
Yeah.
What did you think of, especially the wolf fight? What did you think about that?
My favorite one was the snake, honestly.
Really?
And why is, when I was younger, I used to love rattlesnakes. And if I'm correct, this might be a producer, Brandon might have to come up with this.
Oh, no.
I think they used to see heat vision, if I was correct. I think that they had two sensors, from what I remember as
Talking about rattlesnakes.
Rattlesnakes.
Okay.
So when it came up and it popped its head up, it realized there's something there with a heat signature. And I love that part so much. And I was like, for the wolf, I love that. Don't get me wrong, because it showed that the wolf's not going to back down. It is the alpha in that. They won't even back down from bears and stuff. What I didn't like, though, is they usually go in packs. So I would have expected a few more. Yeah. I mean, there is lone wolves when they get older and stuff, but I would have loved to see it be not like they was hunting in a pack and that predator really have to fight a pack of wolves. I mean, that's what I was hoping for, because that would have shown like a different sportsmanship. Like, how do you take on a bunch of them coming at you one time?
Yeah. I thought the CGI for the wolf was incredible.
Without a doubt,
I thought the mask HUD CGI just tracking the thing was fantastic. And that wolf was right to be pissed. That was his food. And then the predator's like, nope.
Yeah.
Boom, shoulder check. And then the wolf got him in the ankle. I thought that was awesome.
Oh, I'm glad he did.
Yeah. Well, I figured like the predator would just take it out easy.
Yeah.
But
he wanted to see what it was going to do. I
think maybe. I was going with it. Actually surprised the thing. But like, you might be right about that too.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really fun. And this is what's going on. It's like you're doing these little escalations throughout this entire film, which is why it works.
Yeah.
Like,
I even think that he tested the bear, because the bear got him for a minute. I mean, that's just me with a predator. I always see like we was saying, the big guy, if you're going to go and you're going to fight, you want to let somebody at least get a crack and you see,
I mean, if you want it to be a fair fight, if you're going to go reach on it, you take out the guy with the first punch.
Oh yeah, without it, yeah.
All right, okay. So let's. So what did you think about the grizzly bear sequence with Naru?
I love that. That was probably my favorite scene, the whole thing. Because she comes up with, I mean, you're going to need a whole tribe to take that thing down, at least. When she sees this, like, she's like, oh, I'm going to try to get it. Then her bow breaks and it's coming for her. Favorite thing was the dog. It knew its role. Yeah. Let me get it away from my owner. Showed a loyalty unlike anything else. Like dogs are loyal. Yeah. I'm going to run and get this thing. I love when it's running back and she realizes that thing's coming with it,
Oh, yeah.
Going underwater, finding I don't know what happened to the dog at that point.
The dog just ran off.
Yeah. Well, I kept thinking, like, when she got back to the camp, I thought maybe the predator killed it. I was like, her dog just died trying to protect her. But, man, that was probably my favorite whole scene with that predator, with that bear. Yeah. And I guess for me, just enjoying that moment was, that bear's big. And when he picked it up, I was like, you see this. I've never seen the strength of a predator until that moment, Like, you see how, big they are. But then you see, I mean, it looked like I said before, like a younger, smaller dude. So the predator, like from original Predator, what could it be bench pressing? What could it pick up a Humvee or something, Yeah. I mean, it picked it up with ease, and it's just like, I was like, damn, I love that scene so much, And then after... I also thought it's like it starts seeing humans at that point as, are they the alpha predator? Because it felt like it was more not afraid, but it wanted to start going after them at that point.
Well, it was an unknown...
like variant.
Yeah, it's an unknown variable.
Yeah.
And that's kind of goes back to like the whole, this might be the first time they've ever set foot on this place.
It could be,
Because then after this, they keep going back constantly.
Because they started seeing these things evolve.
Yeah.
Not just that, their technology. They're going from,
bows and arrows to to like better firearms and stuff like that. But no, I agree with you. So I really like how, especially with the writing and the tension, like she's observing this bear, and at first I don't think she's actually going to try to hunt this thing. I think she's just watching, observing, and waiting. Then what happens? The wind comes in and blows her scent downwind.
Yeah.
And as soon as you see her hair fluff from the wind,
you know something's going to happen.
You see her face go, oh, and then you cut to the bear just being like, and she already knows what's about to happen, and she pulls out that arrow, and she's about to pull it, and what happens, because of the mud from the bog, she didn't properly clean her bow.
Yeah.
The string popped off.
Yeah.
So exactly, the dog did its roll, run down, distracted, got the string back on, and then ran down the hill to take this thing out.
Yeah.
And honestly, that bow is not nearly powerful enough to take that bear out at
It's
all.
going to wound it if it piss it off.
Yeah, it'll piss it off. Yeah, but
without a
that arrow's not going to go in.
Ah.
Well, it's going to go in, but it's not going to go in anywhere.
deep
Like
enough.
you need a headshot with that thing.
Yeah, probably with a rifle too.
Yeah, because that skull's probably super thick, so that arrow's not going to go through it. Yeah,
it's just going to piss it off. Especially if you only got one. If they had a group, they could wear it down.
Oh yeah.
You know, a few people shooting in the legs and in the arms,
And then using their spears.
You get somebody over there with a tomahawk. Oh yeah, that do some damage. Yeah,
and then I loved how she sees the beaver dam, drops the bow because the bow's now useless, and she's going to the beaver dam. She swims up under it, and then the bear just careens down into it, and then that's when the predator shows up. And it's sort of like watching these two titans going at it is what she's doing.
Yeah.
And then the predator takes it out, and then she starts swimming away, and then that's when he looks at her. But like this, the thing is, he's curious.
Oh yeah.
But he's not going to take her out yet because she's not a threat.
And you know, I was thinking at that scene, I think the predator's watching in the distance, and I think maybe it intervened because also it wanted that kill. That's the biggest predator it came across.
Yeah.
But I think it was watching her, and it's seeing there's an intelligent life form that's going to make it maybe more difficult for it to kill, you know? And I think it's looking not just for something, it's, you know, like it starts out with the snake, and then it's showing each predator getting bigger and bigger.
It's that progression, that little escalation.
Oh, yeah. And and what I want to think, and I might be wrong or I might be right, but I think it was watching from the distance, and it's going, I'm going to take that kill either way, you know? But this thing right here is showing it's got a weapon. It's showing that it's got a dog. It's got a kind of a pet in a way or something. It's trained something to run something away, and it's showing it's got some kind of intelligence. And I think it was sitting there looking at it's going, that might be the biggest game for me on this whole thing. And maybe there's more. And I think that's why I wanted to track her home, you know.
One more thing in this section, and then we'll move on to the next. During her tracking scenes, what I absolutely love, because what this film does is it does great setups and payoffs later on down the road. With the trap, with the buffalo. We're watching it. We're going, oh, fur traders. They're killing all the buffalo, taking the furs, maybe taking the meat, but they're taking as much as they can. Yeah. And she almost gets clipped because her dog gets clipped by that bear trap. And then you see it later on down the line, because after this, now we meet up with the hunters who have been
a whole group.
Well, they've been ordered to go get her and to bring her back.
Yeah.
This gets to the next section. And honestly, this was a great fight, I thought.
Oh yeah. I loved everything with that whole sequence, you know, and they knew that she saw it too. One thing
even before we get to that, like we get a somewhat conclusion between the guy who's been antagonizing her the whole time and her. They actually get into a fight.
Yeah,
he eventually wins it, and then we get into the predator stuff. Yeah, but I love that, because that's another thing about her is she doesn't take shit from anyone.
Oh yeah.
And it's very natural and grounded. You know? Yeah.
One thing that kind of got me when she was when her and the dude's running in the field, I didn't like I guess it goes against the Predator for me. It didn't know they were armed. And when it was pulling this little laser out for him, and she had to get him out of the way of it at first, or did he? I think he got stuck, didn't he?
No. She pulled him out of the way.
She pulled him out of the way.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, like in Predator 2 when it detected somebody didn't have a weapon. Even I think that kid, I haven't seen Predator 2 in a while, but it realized it was a plastic gun. And it's like, hey, there's no threat here. I didn't like that it was willing to even try to kill him when he wasn't a threat. I think that's
he still had the bow.
He still had the bow.
He still had his bow.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. So,
but when she became weaponless, it did leave her alone.
It did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, about this next section, like I'm saying, it's escalating. It's escalating, right? So,
crescendoing.
So after her and that one dude, I'm just going to call him a dick, her and the dick's fight.
Yeah.
Then we get into the Comanches versus the Predator.
Yeah.
And this is when we see the first glimpse of, I'm going to call it a bolt gun.
Yeah.
I'm just going to call it a bolt gun.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, because you see the 3 little dots get on them. And I'm just like, oh, we're going to see the plasma caster. I was hoping to see it. And it became a bolt gun. And I was no, I'm not going to lie. I was definitely disappointed. I wanted the plasma caster.
Yeah.
But as the film progressed, I kind of, especially what they do with the bolt gun, I was like, you know what? I'm okay with the bolt gun now.
Yeah.
But so what did you think about this action sequence with the fight? With the one Comanche guy dies right off the rip, so you only have 2 left.
Yeah. Man, this film had so many good things going. It's like probably one of my favorite ones we've reviewed because I have nothing bad to say about any of it, really. That scene, they're trying to be strategic. She's tied up at that point, right? Yeah, she was tied up.
And she's being like, yo, untie me.
Untie me, yeah.
And he's just being that guy. No, we handle this.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And then the little lasers coming out and stuff, and I'm going, man, it's going to start. I think it was testing them, too, to see.
Oh, it totally was.
Yeah, but totally how smart are they?
Their capabilities.
Yeah. Are they able to, see it almost, And I think that's one thing about predators in general. It's like they're going to come across a planet somewhere where no matter what camouflage, something's be seeing heat vision. It's going to be able to see them, I like that scene. My favorite was with all the hunters and the, which would be a little bit later on. But when he pulls out that shield, but what did you think about the Comanches kind of? I thought it was a good scene.
I thought it was a great fight. So it's a great, that one dude, he tries his best, but he gets taken out super quick. And then that one actually gets a hit or 2 on this thing.
Yeah.
And then, yes, they get killed. And then, but what was really cool is as she's watching it, again, she's smart. She's using them as a distraction. She runs around the log, grabs her tomahawk, cuts the thing, does the little super John Wick flip with it, grabs her and just bolts as soon as the last Comanche guy in that fight gets taken out.
Yeah.
Now, this is my second favorite sequence in this entire film. And it's all based on cinematography, what the characters know, the tension that's building. So she's running in this tall grass field. I love the cinematography of this because the camera's falling with her. And then all of a sudden, she gets yanked down and there's her brother, because this whole time we're wondering, where is her brother? Was he already taken out because he was off scouting for her without the rest of the group? And he's down with his bow ready to go, shh. Yeah. I see it out there. Yeah. Kind of doing what Duke did in the original. And then what's so interesting and at the same time heartbreaking is this is a great ambush tactic, but it sees you.
Yeah.
Because it really sees you in the and you can't really see. Well, you can
if you really look.
Yeah. And so it's starting to creep up on them.
Oh, in the field.
In the grass. It's stalking up to them, and they're sitting down, and he's about to take this shot, and then she goes, I see the dots, and then just yanks them. And then we go back to the wide, they pop up and start running. Yeah. And what really got me was they go to a bird's eye view, and you see this thing just
chasing them.
No, not even chasing them, galloping.
Yeah.
Just eating up space between them.
Yeah.
And then that's when
a shark, like you would see a shark in the water.
Or more to give people a better, a cinematography comparison, like a velociraptor.
Oh, yeah.
It's very reminiscent of that tall grass scene in The Lost World with the velociraptors. And
you see your predator stalking.
Yeah.
And it's running.
And then the brother gets taken and gets cut up I thought he died.
I did too.
When I watched the sequence, and then we'll get to that later. And then she gets out of that field, and what happens? Payoff. She gets hit by another bear trap.
Yeah.
And that's what stops her. And she loses her tomahawk. And that's when the predator comes up to it. And that's when she gets the first new instance of, hey, this thing's actually different. It's not a killing frenzy. It's not a wild animal that's just trying to kill. It's got a specific purpose.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it lets her go, like lets the trap go. It just picks up the chain, sees it, and then just walks away.
Yeah. It's looking at her like you got trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Are you that smart almost?
No, not even that. Well, maybe, but from my point of view is like, oh, you got trapped. You have no fight. Mm-hmm. This isn't worth it.
Yeah, well,
and then I'm not going to just kill you when you're stuck there. I want you to fight back.
You need to fight back, yeah.
Exactly. So then it goes away. Mm-hmm. And then that's when it gets to my number one favorite sequence is with the fur traders.
Yeah, the hunters.
And what's so awesome, and it goes back to my point about this film being grounded and in reality, is all these fur traders, they're talking French.
Yeah.
Only one person doesn't, and he uses the excuse, I speak many languages. Mm-hmm. Kind of a plot armor thing just to keep the plot moving. And you know what? I'm totally okay with it because everything else you've already bought and sold me.
Oh, yeah.
And then you find out later that in that sequence, the brother's still alive. The dog is still alive. They've trapped them.
Yeah.
Because this whole time you're like, where is the dog? Mm-hmm. And then you realize. Yeah. And then you see the fur traders. And then after that, this gets to my favorite sequence is when they tied them up to the tree. And then it's the predator versus the fur hunters.
Yeah.
Or the fur traders, trappers, whatever.
Yeah, the poachers.
Exactly. The French. Yeah. I'm going to call them the French.
Yeah, the French.
The French.
But I love that scene. I didn't think those guys would be hiding like they were. Mm-hmm. I don't even think it saw them.
Well, and that's another really cool thing is like, and like I said, escalation, and she's finding things out about him, but the predator, the feral, is also finding out things about humanity. And to my mind, the other predators are like in their ship flying over, watching this all go down, right?
Yeah.
And so they're seeing everything. They're saying, oh, so these guys are super primitive, but like they also they still outmaneuvered the feral.
Yeah.
They still did because they burned that entire section of forest down. Mm-hmm. That ash, because they already knew this thing is invisible, they can't see it. That ash is sticking to his active camo to where it fails.
Yeah. And I'm sure that the overlords in a way are watching and they're these guys are smart. We need to come back. This is a good hunting ground.
Yeah. So even though he did take out the sniper and his spotter, and then
he was just wiping them out.
And then he just walks into it. He can't see those traps because there's no thermal signature on them. Mm-hmm. And so then he gets hit with it, and then they start popping out. And like, honestly, they had it if they had just killed it with that when it had the net over it just then. But they didn't for whatever reason, and then it overpowered them.
Yeah, you give a beast like that a chance, you're going to be screwed.
And this is when the feral gets its moment to shine. It gets to show off all of its weaponry. Now, one thing I was kind of confused, and I had to go back and do a little bit of research on it and watch some YouTube clips. Mm-hmm. But I think that net bomb was actually a trap that he threw down.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And then it exploded, caught that one dude, and then just started pulling him into the ball and just ripped him to shreds.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I love his shield, the whole concept of a shield, where it's like, it's a defensive weapon, but it's also offensive because you can just slice people with that thing.
Oh, yeah, when he took the guy's whole head off.
Yeah, that was so sick.
I like that, yeah.
So sick. And then he also has like the standard claw sword, like gauntlet swords. Yeah. It has a little bit more of a curve than it usually does, and it's a lot longer.
Yeah.
But I still thought that was really cool.
Then he had the other one used to have the
spear.
But this one was a double.
It was still a spear, but he could break it apart and use it as two things.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. One was a sharp edge, and the other side was just a club, like a mace.
Yeah.
Which I thought was amazing. This was definitely the best fight sequence in this whole thing because you see the humans doing these complex maneuvers on this guy and whatever.
It's picking up quick.
But like he's taking a lot of damage actually. He's getting shot, he's getting cut up and stuff, but he's still taking them out.
Yeah.
And then this whole, that's when we get to like the sister and the brother on the tree. And if it bleeds, we can kill it kind of bit.
And then
so
him thinking, he's thinking she's going to take her arm off in order to free him.
Oh, yeah.
And that shows how smart in a way she's, what is it? She says that, no, it was him.
I'm smarter than the beaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, and that's like that moment where you kind of understand, like, she really is smart.
Yeah.
She can do this. She's starting. It's in this moment she's starting to become like getting her own.
Yeah. She's getting that confidence
that we've been talking about.
Because I think even she keeps seeing that she survived. She's got a shot. And then I think also she's seeing the French being able to wound it. And she's sitting there going, it's taking some damage realistically.
Yeah.
She knows that really, like he said, if it bleeds, it can die. I think that gave her more of the confidence too. But I still think he did the most damaging blow of all time. That gave her, that's what I think, riding that horse when he comes up, pop, and he got it.
I'm going to get to the next section in here.
Section.
Jumping escape. They escape to the camp and stumbles upon a dying Raphael who teaches her how to use the flintlock pistol in exchange for treatment to his severed leg. So in this scene, I don't know if I want to go back to the forest fight action. No, that's fine. We'll keep going. So when we get to the camp, and she, at this point, like she's moving like a soldier, like she's like sliding in and is looking, checking around, and she sees that they're about to take out her dog. And that little like, quick knife fight exchange was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, she had to fight the guys at the camp that's coming in. Yeah.
Now, I didn't like the whole like tomahawk sequence because she tries to use it. It gets caught somewhere. And then they go to a Y where she gets it and she's like still slinging it, but she never had the thing in her hand. Very CGI, very cheesy. Even when she like flicks it back into her hand, you're kind of just like,
it's like the Force. That's what I felt like. Yoda, come on, give me the. I was like, oh man.
I was kind of like, all right, I'll
go with it.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And then
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And then Raphael catches her with her proverbial pants down.
Yeah.
And that was nice right there because he was just like, no, I'm not. He like you could see in his eyes, he had to make a choice. And he was like, help me.
Yeah. I'll do whatever it takes to live.
And then she starts using that herb, and then that's when she starts realizing that this thing can't see. Can't see him because his blood is slowing down, so his body isn't as warm.
And I liked I thought at that moment, because you see the heat signature, he sees the warm blood going up, and then he sees the cold body. And I think the predator was confused at that moment.
He was confused.
He's like, there's warm blood, but there's a cold body.
Yeah.
And I think for a moment, and this is just me, I think he thought this is a trap. This is the first time.
Well, he was looking around, trying to see where could someone be?
And even the surprise when he killed him, it was like, have they found a way to cloak themselves, fighting me in a way? The dude's fully alive, and there's no blood flowing through his system where it's slowed down. Yeah. You saw the surprise on that thing's face too.
Oh yeah. But that was, and then the brother comes in on the horse and starts. That was like, I was like, yeah, let's do this. Let's take this thing out. And then they both start attacking it together, and it's very reminiscent of like Bucky and Captain America. Like,
I felt the same way.
hitting up on
blow for blow.
Blow for blow on Iron Man and stuff like that. That was so sick. And he kept pulling. And this is what I like about him is he's so skilled. And this is why the Predator saw him as the threat, when in reality, it's actually the sister.
Yeah.
Is he's using his bow and arrow. And this whole time you're watching this film, you're going, the bow and arrow, like, it's not that effective against this thing. And he shows you how effective that weapon can be.
And he also broke his mask off at that point. Didn't he?
He did. Yeah. With the
he came in with a club almost.
Yeah, with the Predator's club. He smacked him with it. But like, to go back to the bow and arrow, as the feral is like running at him and swinging at him, and he's dodging and ducking and slipping. Not just that. Yeah. He's actually taking his arrows out of his body as he's sliding across and just shooting them right back in him.
Yeah.
Now that shows you when you're a very competent with a bow and arrow, and you're very
skilled warrior,
how effective that weapon actually can be.
Yeah. And also
in close quarters battle.
Yeah. And why the Predator probably seen him as the biggest threat of them all.
Yeah.
This dude is like special forces in a way. You know, he's over there f***ing them up worse than I think anybody has. You know, with the most primitive weapon.
And then he threw the cloak back on. I was like, oh, okay, well, the fight's over now.
Yeah. And, you know, at that moment, I think it showed that thing was scared. Because normally it's like, let's just do, you know.
He was getting overpowered.
Yeah. I mean, I like that it showed his weakness. Hey, I'm going to kill you, you know, but I'm going to do it kind of in a cowardly way. I got to get the upper hand one more time. But it's also, you are the top of the food chain. I mean, we do that as if we're out there and we're hunting something and it's better than us and we find a way to cloak ourselves, we're going to be like, hey, I'm creek, let me cloak myself, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I love that scene though. Definitely.
So Raphael plays dead. Naru realizes that the Pharaoh cannot see him due to his reduced heat. It accidentally steps on Raphael. He screams and gets killed. Yeah. And then the brother rides in on horseback. Oh yeah, this is the thing too. Like she tries to use the pistol, but she doesn't use the pistol, and that thing gets knocked off. And that's another thing that it's an example of like showing just how smart she is and not just smart, but she notices things where no one else notices these things. That mask got knocked off. And this is the thing. The Pharaoh kept using his bolt gun, hoping that the bolt would at least hit him before it gets redirected by the mask. Yeah. And every single time it got redirected, but she's watching this. Yeah. And she realizes, if I get that off, I might be able to redirect that and use that thing against him.
And end up being the kill shot anyway.
Yeah. So, okay. So then we get to the point where like the brother and the sister are back to back, which is a great sort of staging of them. Yeah. And then he realizes something and he's like,
I'm not making it back.
This is your fight.
Yeah.
Like you accomplished this.
Yeah.
And then that's when he gets taken out, sadly. And I was so bummed because he was doing so good.
Yeah.
But it also gave her like that emotional.
Yeah. It's passing the torch in a way.
In a way.
I think. And you know, I'm looking at it as a religious thing too. I think he's looking like the Great Spirit. That somehow this thing was from the Thunderbird, and she saw it. So this is her way that she is going to kill it, and there is no way for him to do the journey there without. It's got to be fulfilled by her. So he's got to sacrifice himself, and that's what I mean. That's kind of how I see it. I'm probably wrong, but.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, he did say, "Hey, this is the end of my journey, part of this journey." Yeah. So
he was willing to sacrifice.
Well, he did that also to distract it. And the cool thing about that fight too is like he even grabbed the guy's spear and stabbed him with his own spear. So that was really cool. And then yes, we're getting into the Arnold Schwarzenegger, we're setting traps ourselves section of the film.
Yeah, with the fat guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was interesting too, because like she pulls out the flint because she still has it because she now has learned how to use this pistol and she's about to shoot him. And I was just like, nah, don't do it. That thing does not have that range. And she wises up. And what does she do? She uses the guy as bait.
Yeah.
And she does the same thing to him that they did to him, that they did to her.
Yeah. And it's probably one of my, I kept thinking, I was like, it was so close to her. It almost brushed her. So when it was walking by and she's almost invisible to it.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, I was like, oh man, that's one of those cinema moments where you're like, they made it so close that you feel, oh my God, he's going to catch her, you know? And he just barely brushes her and just keeps walking. And then you realize she's cloaked in a way. She's now on par with this Ampex creature. Yeah. And I was like, oh man, now it's going to be like Arnold when he was covered. And I was like, it's going to be a fight now between, man versus beast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that shot to the back of the head. I was like, damn, it's still going.
Yeah.
God. But that also shows you just how inaccurate that weapon is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going. And also,
well, when you see the mask pop off, you see blood trickling down the side of the head. She was that close, and the ball still went off.
Yeah, But you got to think too. Maybe his skull is so thick, or it might not even be bone like we see bone.
That's true. It could be a different structure of
type
the
of
head.
metal. Almost. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
but like she achieved her objective. It was to kill the thing, but it also was to get that mask.
Yeah, and she got that mask.
And she got the mask.
Yeah,
and I love how she set up that trap, and that's also why it goes back to what I was saying about this film is setting up sequences, and you're paying them off as the film keeps going.
Yeah.
Because now we're back to the bog, and she sets that mask up in a particular spot to set a trap for this guy.
She thought it would also pull it down, and it would just die from drowning.
Exactly, but this was also like the secondary. This is like the fallback to the fallback, essentially. And I love how it is, because it's very slow-mo. It's very quiet. Like you see snow actually coming down. It's beautifully shot. It's beautifully lit.
Yeah.
And she's just creeping up on this branch, and then she jumps off and starts going at this guy.
Oh yeah. She's just hacking away. Yeah.
And then he throws her off. And then this is what I don't know if it was skill or if it was just luck when he saws off his own arm with the shield.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I thought it seemed like it was an accident.
It did seem like it was an accident.
Because I think he was so confused, and also he's probably lost a lot of blood.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't or she, I don't know what it would be. But yeah, when I saw it cut his own arm off, I was like, oh, yeah, this thing's at the end of his journey in a way.
Yeah. Well, this was the climatic fight at the end. Yeah. And so she starts out maneuvering this thing. She gets one of the arms chopped off, but it's still going. He's swinging this shield, trying to just slice her with it. She finds these two rocks because now this thing has her pinned. She gets her head between the two rocks, and it comes down, and the shield just stops on the rocks, but it's slowly coming down inch by inch. And what does she do? Again, she's always thinking about what's the better advantage. She rips off one of its teeth and just stabs it, and then that's how she gets out of that predicament. Yeah. So like it's just really, really interesting. And then that's when the dog comes back down and clutch with the hatchet and the rope attached to it. And then she throws the rope. Well, no, she throws the hatchet, gets the thing in the leg, goes underneath, sweeps it, wraps the vine, and jumps up on top of it, wraps it again, and then she jumps over and then pulls it taut. And then that's how the thing falls into the bog. Yeah. And you think it's done.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not. It slowly rises out, almost like it's a comic book villain or Freddy Krueger or something.
Yeah.
And then that's when he's like, okay, I've had enough of this. And he pulls out the bolt gun, shoots one round right at her, and then just whizzes off. And he's like, huh? And then he turns and he sees what's going on. He sees the mask. He sees this pointing at him, and he goes, it's like, oh, shit. And then boom.
Yeah.
He's done. So it's a very simple but yet brutal fight. Everything was executed perfectly with this film.
Yeah, it was. I liked it, and then it ends with
gun. Not even that. It's just like even after she like takes him out, she screams her battle cry, her cultural thing she has to do. Yeah, like I have done this, and not even just for her, but for her brother who sacrificed himself for this fight.
Just had to fight at that moment. Yeah. Even the ones she didn't like.
Well, the fur trader people. But.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about just her Comanche.
Oh, yeah. I know.
I mean, the fur traders. But, I mean, I think also, if you was in that situation, I'd probably be like, I mean, so much adrenaline, you got to get it out somehow.
Oh, exactly.
And then maybe another predator show up and you're like, oh.
Yeah. But yes, now we get to the very end of the film, and your favorite part, the gun Easter egg, because you've said it 3 or 4 times already.
I love it.
It's okay. No, I love it too. And that's another cool thing I like about this movie. But yeah, so she goes back to the tribe. She is now got the war chief title. She throws, and symbolism, and everything's coming full circle because her brother came back with the lion head and threw it. She's coming back with an even higher apex predator and throwing that head. She gets the staff of war chief, and she throws the old war chief the pistol that says Raphael, whatever the last name is, 1712, I think, on it, which is a great Easter egg and a callback. So the most obvious question is, how do the Predators get that gun back? Because they had it in Predator 2 and they throw it to Danny Glover.
And did you see the end credits? It kind of ties in that they came back anyway with 3 ships.
Yeah.
So, and one thing, thinking about what you said earlier, and it just hit me when you said it just now, that might be the first time that they came across humans or at a time where humans were thinking unlike Neanderthals or something.
Yeah.
Because when they gave the gun to Danny Glover, it almost symbolizes this is the first time that you as a people, either we've came to your planet, or the first time y'all was even worth even, hunting at that point.
Well, no, that's not true, because there have been in the first Predator, the local chick that they have kidnapped talked about there being like, this has happened multiple times, only in the hottest years. And this year it's very hot.
Yeah.
So no, they've been coming for a while. That gun is just symbolism of like, hey, we've been here for a while.
Or it could have been the first time that one actually got killed.
No, because they've all been killed.
Yeah, but we've seen.
Yeah.
But one day, you know what I'm gonna do?
You can, but like I feel like in the Predator 2 with that pistol, all that guy is basically saying to him is, you have our respect,
and this is a symbol.
This is a symbol of our respect, and it just so happens to be more knowledge for us that the gun stated 1712 on it. So you're like, oh, they've been here for a while,
long time. Yeah.
And that's what he goes. And that's what he says. And then and we're talking about Predator 2 here, but that's okay. And as he walks out of the thing, Adam Baldwin walks up. It's like, you lost it. They left. We won't get another chance. And they run back in there. And Danny Glover just smiles and goes, well, I think you'll get a second chance.
Yeah.
Which they will. And that's another thing. What I love about this film and why it's such a unique, fresh take is it's one of those franchises I actually want to explore and see the history. Like, there's with that gun, there's so many possibilities of stories.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think right now they're setting up one that's going to be in feudal Japan.
And that's what I really want to see. That would be my...
Well, I mean, like, Predators already showed it. Yakuza versus Predator, it's a tie. Yeah. They both died. I mean, that cop-out ending, but...
Very true.
Every single time I see this sequence in Predators, I go, Yakuza, Predator. And then just before they go at each other, fight.
Yeah.
I just do like the Mortal Kombat announcing voice.
And fight. Fatality.
Now, since we've gone through the entire film, let's go through some more production notes. More like the filming actual production notes.
Yeah.
So... Cast proceeded with 4 weeks of training camp, working with weapons, personal trainers, while team building their conceived sign language for the characters to communicate non-verbally. Midthunder had a particular focus on axe throwing with a rope attached to the axe in order for it to be quickly attained. Usually start production, then pipe conduct, cinematography, film. Oh, okay. So this goes back to cinematography. So cinematographer Jeff Cutter filmed in an anamorphic format to better depict the vast locations using relatively naturalistic approach without much artificial lighting. So why I love the cinematography so much is it does remind me of The Revenant.
I was going to say, they used almost 90% of natural lighting.
Yeah. And it looks like Prey was almost shot entirely on location.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a couple spots they did sound stages, but I don't really think so. It's a very low budget film.
Yeah. And the only thing I can think about that would be some stuff they needed to control. Maybe the forest fire right there. Because I don't think they would let them burn down a whole forest.
Yeah, that might have been
staged there. And that's probably the only thing I can think of. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Unless they got some really good people in art department to make it look, they film it maybe wintertime.
That's true. What was her name? Okay, so the music was done by Sarah. I'm so sorry, I can't say your last name, Sarah. I want to say Schneider, but it's not Schneider. Anyways, yeah, we'll put it on the screen.
Yeah.
But anyways, what's so cool is as I'm watching this film, the music is very reminiscent of Last of the Mohegans.
Yeah, it felt like it.
Yeah, and it goes back to my point of like, even if this had nothing to do with Predator, I would have been so interested.
She might have done something with.
Well, no, this is the thing. So Dan Trachtenberg is also an avid video gamer. She did the music for Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, okay. Now that was like one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds.
Same. I've only played that one in Odyssey, so.
Oh man, I like the what do you call it, Black Flags. My favorite.
I haven't played it, so
yeah, it's worth it.
I'll get into it at some point.
Yeah. But, okay, then with her doing that, I can thinking about the soundtrack now. It makes a lot of sense. A lot of that orchestra and stuff like that, man.
Because they're doing a lot of callbacks to like Native American style movies, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to possible sequels. So they were saying their intent was to do things that had never been done before in the franchise. Bennett Taylor expressed interest in reprising his role as Raphael in a potential Predator prequel, or Prey prequel, I'm sorry, intending for the project to serve as a loose adaptation of the comic book storyline Predator 1718. Now, I have not read that, so I don't know what's going on in that. Either. Studio can Predator discussions take after the production. Okay, so while a sequel to Prey is in development, a separate entry in the film franchise titled Badlands is currently in development by Dan Trachtenberg. Actress Elle Fanning is in talks to star in the leading role.
I saw that.
Really?
I saw some stuff about that. I think they're planning shooting this year, if I'm correct. Because awesome. When I was looking at stuff for Prey, when you said Badlands and Ellie Fanning, I was like, I thought I heard about it, which I don't even know what the sequence is going to be.
I have no idea what it's going to be either, to be honest with you. Yeah. Okay, so now we can go to your favorite segment. I'm giving you X amount of dollars.
X amount.
Make your Predator movie. What's it going to be? What's it going to be about? Give it to me.
Mine, when I first even heard about Prey, first thing I was like, it is very cool. Indians versus Predator. And I'm really happy the way that came out. I love anime. I always wanted to visit Japan. So for me, and I'm talking about since I was a kid, huge into the Japanese culture and stuff. I want to see a samurai version of, because you're talking about these guys would die, like the kamikazes.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see a Predator versus during feudal Japan.
Samurais and ninjas.
Yeah. And what I hope would be, this would be the way I would make it. Okay. They see a very primitive, maybe this might be like they drop off 3 Predators, right? Because maybe they've been expecting, this is like 1800s, little past.
We can go at that time frame. Okay. They still had them.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say they are declined in their power at that point in history. Yeah. So would you want like prime samurai and ninjas?
I'm almost
or would you want them in the decline era? Because you're really talking about the declining of that whole culture. I'm even
thinking decline era because, and this is why I'm thinking, okay, why 3 Predators? Let's just say a few hundred or maybe 100-something years just went by and they're seeing humanity could just take out one of their own. And it took a lot. But they're watching, and let's just say they see, okay, these guys are still very primitive. Swords, they're not using guns too much. They're more, they still had cannons and stuff. And they're looking and going, these guys are worth hunting. Let's get away from America. Let's go over here to this little island. These guys are worth hunting. And let's play off that they're thinking, let's send 3. Maybe one of them's a scout and is not supposed to do anything unless the other 2 go down. The other 2 are young, like Yajas, right?
Yeah.
So they're down there. They're hunting to gain, they got to become a man. If they come back, they're men. Last one's just kind of like a younger, maybe super young one. And its only goal is to observe and report at this point. Instead of the overlords in a way watching, they're going to drop them off and see how they do. This is how I would do it. Okay. Definitely a war's going on. And these factions start seeing that there's a big predator, right?
Yeah.
That's taking out both sides. So they get together. We're talking about warring factions. Let's play it off like that. And they are like, we got to kill these things. I want them to have more, instead of medieval weapons, I want them to be coming in with the plasma guns. You know, I want them to be at the top of their game almost.
Yeah.
And like I said, I hate to say it, I want the Predator to win.
Yeah.
I wanted to come in full on. I've got nukes. I have weapons. And throughout we see it's got to start dumbing itself down. Like, you remember in, I think it was Predator 1, it started taking its armor off.
Yeah.
Let's say when it starts killing, both these are happening in like two different parts of the region, right? Okay. They start really, maybe communicating. Okay, we got to dumb it down. We got to make this worth going back home. Not like we just, like we was talking about, we're the big guy and we hit the kid and we can kill the kid. We got to dumb it down. Let's take the plasma, but we're not going to leave it. We can get back to it if we need to. Throughout, they get, they're getting damaged, big time damage, because you're fighting a people that are willing to die for a cause. At the end, one of the Predators, the scout, we'll just play off the scout, is the one, he's carrying his brother almost home. Okay, he's damaged without a doubt. They know now, we as a people, even with as they start dropping more weapons and stuff, we're not there yet. So they're going to give it a little bit more time, and then maybe the 80s are coming back. Well, I guess it wouldn't be because the girls said they started coming. They start coming back around that time when they start going, oh, how about this? They leave almost a weapon, right? For somebody to see and start building a technology. We'll play off that.
That'd be cool.
Okay. Now we see, okay, let's play it off this too. There's a new world order in a way. Okay. That these guys are saying, okay, I'm going to go kind of crazy with it. It's just going to be me spending money.
Why not?
And then it ties into like the Adrian Brody was it was kind of more of a joke. I didn't like that Predator.
Oh, I like that movie. It was good. I like most of them. What was his name? His name in that one was.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the one with the keel in it.
The what?
What's his name? Peel and Keel. The dude.
Oh, the Predator.
The Predator.
I like that one too.
I like that, but they had that order that kind of knew about him at that.
Oh point. Yeah.
So that might tie it into that they've had the technology. They leave something behind. But in my world, the Predator wins, and it realizes that they're not ready yet. But they've evolved from the what is her name? Neri, the character Naru. They saw that, okay, it took a lot of people to kill this one. So they send 3, and they realize, okay, as they've had to dumb down some of their weaponry, these people are still very much worth fighting. We're going to give them a few hundred years to evolve, and let's see what they can do. Then if I had money and I got a sequel, here we go. Here's my quick sequel, okay?
All right.
In the future, the Predators come back, and they get destroyed because we have the technology. So they send a whole army. That's what I like to see.
Okay.
What's your world?
It's not as robust as yours. I have like 2 ideas. I wouldn't mind seeing a Predator movie in the midst of World War I.
That would be very interesting.
Because, like they say in the first one, that woman, they show up in conflict areas and where it's very warm.
Okay.
So World War I think would be interesting, where they have a little bit more better tech, but they're still like pretty primitive in a way. And then another one is I would go into the future and I would completely change this up. I would go almost aliens.
Like
with
Space
this.
Marines in a way.
Space Marines in a way. Make this maybe a interstellar war at this point, or change it up to where we are so technology based, where we can still call it like Predator or whatever, but we're the predators and they are the prey at this point, where the tables are flipped.
Yeah, we're coming to their lands. Ooh.
Yeah.
We're coming to their lands.
Well, it's not so much that. Like, we're only finding like scout ships and smaller ships like that. So it's more of us against them, but with better tech.
Okay.
And then like if you wanted to, you could do like a Halo style thing and make it a big, massive interstellar war.
Mm-hmm.
That would be kind of interesting too. But I would say at that point, you might be going to like flipping the script on it.
Yeah.
You want to keep some of the old cliches and like the old style of the original films still there.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking maybe like a small, sort of like the original film where you have a small special forces team where instead of they are, being a hostage rescue team, they are a kill squad. Yeah. And their specific mission is to go out and hunt these things. Yeah. And clear out space of these things. That would be an interesting idea, I think, possibly.
Play off this for a minute because it just hit me. And I can't remember which, I think it was Predator. I can't remember which one it was. When the face hugger gets the one. What if?
Oh, that's the very end of Alien versus Predator.
Alien versus Predator, that's right. I'm not going to lie, thinking about that. Right when you was talking, I don't know why I went to this, but what if they started becoming their own race, the mix, right? Because then you've got this aliens, don't get me wrong, they are not at all stupid. The xenomorphs, okay. They're very smart. And they're always been like a big time thing for they would raise them to hunt them and stuff, but they became pretty dominant, they could take them out. That, xenomorph version, it sees this as the best of both worlds. So it starts becoming its own race 60,000 years in the future, right?
Well, I mean,
it's smart and it's deadly.
If you want to like go down the Alien versus Predator like franchise, yeah, sure, go for it.
Yeah.
I personally, I like the second one more than I like the first one, but I would like to keep them separate franchises. That's just me, though.
Yeah,
that's
it's the first time they merged, I think, two franchises.
Not the first time they did. Like Freddy versus Jason, they did it. With
I was saying for like the Aliens versus Predator.
Oh yeah, that was the first time they've ever. Well, they did it in books and comics and stuff like that. But I would have to read I would have to read those books and those comics to like have it be more of an easier sell to me, because like those two movies to me didn't really work all that well. Yeah. Like honestly, I was more interested in the two male leads, I guess, the brother getting out of prison or whatever, and then his younger brother trying to get the chick, but he's also sort of like the loser of town. I was more interested in that storyline than whatever the hell the alien predators were even doing. Yeah. I didn't care.
Yeah. Which one are you talking about?
Alien versus Predator Requiem.
I don't know if I saw that one yet.
There's probably a reason why you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Because I don't think I've seen that. I'm going to probably need to watch it, though. Why not?
I liked it better than the first one.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Okay. Was you ever scared of either growing up, Alien or Predator?
I'd never watched the Alien movies until I was a teenager. Okay. And the first time I saw Predator was on AMC, and yes, I would. I don't know why I did this, but I would always peek out of the curtain when I was taking a shower.
Oh, really?
Because I was so freaked out about that thing.
See, when I was growing up, the Predator didn't scare me. Because I kept thinking, I guess also when Predator 2 came out, I saw Predator 1. I never saw Predator 1 until Predator 2.
Okay.
And at that point, it didn't scare me because I was like, I don't have a gun. It ain't going to consider me a threat. But Alien scared the hell out of me as a kid. Until Alien Resurrection, which I was older at that point. And I was like, oh. But when I was growing up, it was always, I loved when they merged the franchises. Because I was like always hoping one day it would happen. And I saw it in the comic books when I was a kid growing up. But yeah, I thought that's one random question I wanted to ask you. So I was terrified of the aliens, and you was in a way terrified of the Predator a little bit.
In a way, I don't know. I completely forgot about the fact that it doesn't attack you if you're unarmed. Yeah. I was just like, okay, whatever.
Oh, that's the one time when I was like, when I saw the second one first, I was like, man, I'm good. It can't get me anyway. So that's a good point.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. All right, so next segment is what are we going to watch next?
What are we going to watch next? Well, we're just talking about hitting up a Tuesday movie. What's in the movies right now?
Oh, let's
He's
see.
gonna have to check.
I'm going to have to
Because
go
we're
on.
gonna try to do that today.
I'm going to have to go on my handy dandy phone here and look.
Handy dandy.
Okay, let's go to the Regal app. We're not sponsored by Regal, but hopefully at some point we will be.
It'd be nice to get some free tickets.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Service is not working well. Oh, here we go. So now playing, we have Captain America: Brave New World. Didn't we talk about that already?
We did.
Yeah.
Episode 4 or 5, which I'm still editing.
So sorry, because apparently I don't remember doing it.
You were somewhere else that day.
I was somewhere else that. No, I was there, but
He was
I
there.
was not there.
He was there. Not
Last Breath. Don't know what that is. The Monkey. All I know is it's a horror movie.
I've heard good and bad.
Pendleton to Peru. Dogman. Heart Eyes.
Hard Eyes.
The Unbreakable Boy, which we do need to go see.
Yeah.
Mufasa. Love Hurts. I do want to see that.
Mufasa's in.
Yeah.
I thought that was already in and out.
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess a new Gundam movie is out.
Oh.
My Dead Friend Zoe. Brothers After War. Riff Raft. Superboys of Megalodon or something like that. It's showing me all the movies are out. Let me go to like just one. Let me just pick a theater.
All right.
So we're based in Nashville, so I'm just going to pick a theater.
Oh,
around
yeah,
Nashville.
because they'll cut out half.
Yeah. Okay, so what's out right now is Last Breath, Cleaner. That's all
Really?
it's showing me right now. That's weird.
What's the Gundam one, man?
I just exited out of the app.
Oh, no.
Let me go back. Let
Let me
me
pull up
go
my
back.
watch list real quick.
Well, I'm clicking it. I can't pronounce that Japanese name. Some main character is a high school student living peacefully in a space colony floating in outer space when she meets a war refugee named, let's say, Abe. Main character is drawn into the illegal mobile suit dueling sport known as Clan Battle. Under the entry name Machu, she throws herself into a fierce battle day after day piloting the Gundam. Then an unidentified Gundam mobile suit pursued by both Space Force and police appears before her. Alongside its pilot, a boy named Shuji, I think. Yeah. I don't know.
What about our producer? You got any ideas for what we should watch next?
Yeah, you got any ideas over there, Brandon?
You know what? I'm going to throw this out.
Okay,
A
throw it
buddy
out.
of
It's your
mine
turn.
was the executive producer of this. Let me see if we can watch it, though, or if it's going to be one of those hard ones to watch.
Okay.
We might be able to do it. We could watch Muzzle, or even, what was the other one he was part of?
Badland or something like that.
Land of Bad.
Yeah, I think that one's still on Netflix.
Let's try that. It would be nice to give a little bit of a review for a friend.
Okay, we can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it.
Let me pull up some more just other options. Let's see. It's like most of these are shows I've been putting in.
Right. Same here.
Shows.
Let's see. Oh, you go on yours, I'll go on mine.
All right.
And then you can show me yours and I'll show you mine.
Uh-oh.
I'll hit up my Netflix. That's right, fellas. I don't call it Netflix, and the ladies, I call it Netflix. Netty. Okay, so
I got a lot of shows.
I do too, man.
One day we got to do a Bond.
At some point,
it says, No Time to Die is on Prime. Oh, the rant, though. Man,
no,
y'all guys
we
are
ain't
so
doing that.
grimy.
Runaway Jury, Dungeon Sicario, Counter.
Sicario.
You want to do Sicario?
Dude, that's like one of my favorite movies. I'm not going to even lie.
Okay, we can do Sicario.
That one and the second one.
We can do Sicario.
Let's do Sicario.
Okay, all right. So next time we will be watching Sicario, directed by. Next time we will be watching Sicario.
And we are
out.